Alrighty guys, we're back for some Halfling aggro, and this is a Tales of Middle-earth Alchemy brew. We're gonna go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Redcat, and I play aggro decks, and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to ya. Also, we do get that Discord link down in the description if you're interested in joining that up. Okay, what do we got packed into the build here? A whole bunch of Halflings. First of all, Frodo Sauron's Bane is a 1 mana 1/2 halfling citizen, legendary creature. For 2 mana, it's a hybrid between white and black mana. If Frodo Sauron's Bane is a citizen, it becomes a halfling scout with base power and toughness 2/3 and has lifelink. Nice, not bad. For triple black, which we're not too concerned about this ability, guys. This is not a ring tempts you deck by any means. This is mainly in here to be a halfling. Now we do have some ways to have the ring tempt us, but still. I'm going to go over this bottom ability because we do have some mana fixing in here. So for triple black, if Frodo is a scout, it becomes a halfling rogue with, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game if the ring has tempted you 4 or more times this game. Otherwise, the ring tempts you. Not half bad, guys. It really isn't. So we got 4 Citanul Stalwarts. This is a 1 mana 1/1. It's an elf, so it's not a halfling, unfortunately. You can tap this, tap an untapped artifact or creature you control, add 1 mana of any color. I think this is going to be excellent in here because we have so many ways to get food tokens. Speaking of which, we got many partings here. It's a 1 mana sorcery. Search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, create a food token. Huh. Yeah, I think this is going to be solid in here, honestly. Now, what I would do, however, if you have all 4 Delighted Halflings, I only have 3 right now, unfortunately. I would drop 1 many partings and go up the 4th Delighted Halfling. Just more creatures the better in this deck. So 1 mana 1/2 halfling citizen. You can tap it for a colorless mana, or you can tap it to add 1 mana of any color and spend this mana only to cast a legendary spell, and that spell can't be countered. That is crazy, dude. Oh my. So yeah, like I said, if you have all 4 of these, go up to all 4 and then drop down to 1 many partings. I think you'll be fine. Then again, that extra food token can really come in handy in here, so we'll see, huh? Got a couple Samwise the Stouthearted. It's a 2 mana, a 2/1 flash legendary creature, halfling peasant. And when Samwise the Stouthearted enters the battlefield, choose up to 1 target permanent card in your graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn, return it to your hand, then the ring tempts you. It's going to be all right in here, I would say. Let's go over the rest of the legendary halflings, huh? So you got a couple Meriadoc Brandybucks here. It's a 2 mana 2/2 legendary creature, halfling citizen. Whenever one or more halflings you control attack, create a food token. Nice. More legendaries, Frodo Baggins. It's a 2 mana 1/3 rock and Selesnya colors up there. It's a legendary creature, halfling scout. Whenever Frodo Baggins or another legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, the ring tempts you. Okay. As long as Frodo is your ring bearer, it must be blocked if able. It'll be interesting. It's kind of another one that's in here mainly because it's a halfling, and honestly, the ring abilities aren't half bad, guys. I'm not going to go over the ring abilities because there's a lot, and I don't want to take too long to go over the build. Got a couple Samwise Gamgee here. It's a 2 mana 2/2 legendary creature, Selesnya colors up there, halfling peasant. Whenever another non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, create a food token. Sacrifice 3 foods. Return target historic card from your graveyard to your hand. Now, historic cards are artifacts, legendaries, and sagas. Those are all historic. So in this deck in particular, you're looking at returning legendaries back. I don't know how often that bottom ability comes into play, but I think that top ability looks insane because there's so much that's going to be paired when tokens enter the battlefield. It's going to be pretty cool, man. More legendary halflings. Rosie Cotton of South Lane is a 3 mana 1/1 legendary creature, halfling peasant. When Rosie Cotton of South Lane enters the battlefield, create a food token. Whenever you create a token, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control other than Rosie. Well, that can be pretty good, huh? Now we got Peregrin Took here. It's a 3 mana 2/3 legendary creature, halfling citizen. If 1 or more tokens would be created under your control, those tokens plus an additional food token are created instead. So this paired with Rosie can be absolutely disgusting as you're just slamming counters onto all of your halflings, huh? And then also a bottom ability that could potentially come in handy. Sacrifice 3 foods, draw a card. Yeah, not bad, dude. It really isn't. More legendary halflings, Elanor Gardner. So this is or Gardner, yeah. It's a 4 mana, 2/4 legendary creature, halfling scout. When it enters the battlefield, create a food token. At the beginning of your end step, if you sacrifice a food this turn, you may search your library for a basic land card. Put that card onto the battlefield, tapped, then shuffle. Not bad, guys. Here's another one, Saradoc, Master of Buckland. So this is a 4 mana, 2/4 legendary creature, halfling citizen, whatever, Saradoc. Or another non-token creature with power 2 or less enters the battlefield under your control, which is like all of our creatures, pretty much. I think it literally might be all of our creatures, actually. You create a 1/1 white halfling creature token. Nice. So you can tap 2 other untapped halflings you control. Saradoc gets +2/+0 and gains lifelink until end of turn. Cool. Really cool. That's all of our legendaries. What else do we got packed in here then? Got 4 Shire Shirriffs here. It's a 2 mana 2/2 with Vigilance. When it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice a token. In other words, all those food tokens we've been creating, right? When you do, exile target creature and opponent controls until Shire Shirriff leaves the battlefield. Looks pretty neat, guys. I'm interested to see if it's actually going to be really good. Got 4 Prosperous Innkeepers. Look at this guy, huh? He exists over here in Alchemy, so it's a 2 mana, 1/1 halfling citizen. When Prosperous Innkeeper enters the battlefield, create a treasure token. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, gain 1 life. It's going to be absolutely insane in here. We got Coalition Constructs. We got 2 of them. It's a 3 mana 2/2. Artifact Creature Construct. However, when it enters the battlefield, you choose a creature type. In this deck, you probably want to choose Halfling. Coalition is the chosen type in addition to other types. When Coalition Construct enters the battlefield, other creatures you control of the chosen type and creature cards of that type in your hand perpetually get +1/+1. And perpetual effects are not removed from cards that change zones. So that means it just perpetually has +1/+1 even in the grave, which means if you bring it back with one of the Samwise, it still has that +1/+1, so that's pretty cool. Got a Mithril Coat in here as well, 3 mana legendary artifact with flash. It has indestructible, and when it enters the battlefield, you attach it to target legendary creature you control. Equipped creature has indestructible, and then the equip cost is 3 as well. I think it's going to be solid in here, man. We got a lot of legendaries. Speaking of a lot of legendaries, one of the lands is going to be a Plaza of Heroes. It's going to help us mana fix for the Sauron's Bane ability too. Again, don't really look at that bottom ability on Frodo Sauron's Bane, but you never know. It might come into play. So you can tap to add 1 mana of any color among legendary permanents you control. Or tap to add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast legendary spells. Oh, my apologies, guys. We don't have any black permanents in here. So Plaza of Heroes does not mana fix for the bottom. The mana fixing for the bottom triple black would be Citanul Stalwart. Add 1 mana of any color, right? And the treasure tokens on Innkeeper. But again, this is really just in here to be a 1 mana halfling. So don't really worry too much about that bottom ability. Anyways, we got the Razorverge, of course, Brushlands. Early land is going to be important. 3 of the farmlands, a split between the forest and the plains. We got Huendur's, Seat of the Empire. Minas Tirith is a new one, and the Shire as well. So this enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature, which is a lot of our creatures in here. The bottom ability here is 1 and a white. You tap it, draw a card, activate only if you attacked with 2 or more creatures this turn, which hopefully is often because we are trying to be aggressive. Then we have the Shire here. Same concept, enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a legendary creature. And the bottom ability here is you tap it and a green. You tap 1 and a green, and you tap this. Tap an untapped creature you control, create a food token. Definitely worse than the Minas Tirith here, but I think it'll be fine to include. But you never know, maybe we just want more basic lands to hit off the Gardner and also the Many Partings or something. I believe that is 22 total land. Yep, it sure is. We got some stuff in the honorable mentions. Courier's Briefcase I thought about for a little bit. Not this time around. Jewel Thief I thought about. I think the treasure could come in handy. Bilbo's Ring could have been a cool one to add, but I think the Mithril Coat's going to be a little bit better in this particular build. And then I think we're going to be able to dish creatures onto the board like crazy. So I did think about some top-end Convoke creatures like Knight Errant could be pretty cool. It didn't make the cut this time. And then Ancient Imperiosaur, or however you pronounce that. Guys, I think it's possible to just flood the board, but you'd have to have a perfect hand, especially if you include like 1 or 2 of these as well. For example, You could have like turn 1 Stalwart, right? On turn 2, another 1-drop, any 1-drop, like Frodo, right? And then you play your second land, then you use Stalwart ability, tap your creature, tap your land, play Innkeeper. You have 3 creatures on the board, you generated a treasure token, you spend that treasure token for another 1-drop, like another Stalwart or something. So that's a turn 2, 4 creatures, turn 3, drop your 3rd land, and then you tap 7 for the dinosaur here. It could happen. It could, but it probably won't. So it didn't make the cut this time around, but that would be pretty cool. And like I said, I think it's going to be possible to just absolutely flood the board with halflings. So, all right, is that everything, guys? This one took a while because we have a bunch of different stuff packed in because of all the legendaries and whatnot. So either way, let's go ahead, take this into some ranked and see how we do. All right, we'll see if we can get right into that first match. Oh my. And we're in Alchemy, guys. Well, hello, opponent. What you bringing to the table, buddy? All right, good hand. Well, the farmlands are a little bit slow. I'm going to go for a turn 2 Innkeeper over the turn 1 Stalwart. Let's do the Empire, huh? Okay. Well, Innkeeper might get picked up by like a cut down or something. Do we drop the Stalwart for the turn? I guess we do, because it'll still count as ramp if we keep one of these creatures. And we'll have the Saradoc Master of Buckland then. I think getting creature down over the treasure is more important there. Okay, go for the throw on the Stalwart. So now we don't have the ramp, but that's fine. More land. That's not good. So that makes the construct a lot weaker, but it's not like we don't play it for the turn. So call Halfling. Yeah, the land draw was particularly bad. We would have much rather seen another Halfling for the construct to be good. Well, this looks like the type of deck that would run like a Brotherhood's End or something too, so. Okay, there we go. See, that would have been much better last turn. At this rate, I guess we go Master of Buckland for the turn. Start with the swing. So I'm going to see if anything sticks here too. Okay, sure. Can tap 2 other untapped halflings to have this gain, but it's not like it has haste, so we better swing. Something to think about, though. The lifelink on that can be absolutely crazy, huh? Yeah, the Peregrin Took would have been insane last turn, man. Okay, the One Ring hits the table. They have protection, guys. Double check here. A player with protection from everything can't be targeted, dealt damage, or enchanted. Yeah, that slows us down, huh? All right, keep Seat of the Empire in our hand. Peregrin Took is going to come down. Okay, we get another 1/1. This is pretty cool, but we have to play around a board wipe. And I didn't, did I? Well, do we just keep going, man? I'll send my 1/1 their way. They have protection, but actually, no, we're fine. If they were playing white, I wouldn't joke around like that. Because I guess they could always go Wandering Emperor or something crazy, right? Draw a card. Do we... Maybe we don't play around a board wipe. Because if it's just... Yeah, never mind. There's no point, man. If we just keep Stalwart in hand, we're dead anyways. Like, if they wipe this board and we just have the Stalwart, it's over, man. It's over. We would have had to keep both back. Nice, it's just Sheoldred. I mean, just Sheoldred, yeah, listen to me, but you guys know what I mean. Back up to 19. The One Ring with Sheoldred looks disgusting, dude. How do I want to get through this? Spot removal, cut down, okay. That's just until the end of turn. Alright, cut down lands. We have Seat of the Empire. If they end up blocking. Oh, Samwise is a good draw for the turn. Depending on where they end up blocking, right? Seat of the Empire is 1 mana because we have 2 legends. Bro, we're in trouble, huh? Let's swing. That Sheoldred life gain. If they didn't gain 4 there, I'd feel a little bit more confident. It's just gonna be that, huh? Okay. Well, Seat of the Empire. That takes care of that. We can keep Samwise open for their turn since it has flash. Oh, wow. Nice. That's surprising. I'll take it, man. First game victory? Let's go. So 3 pieces of spot removal. Sheoldred, the 1 ring is all we got to see from the opponent, unfortunately. That's definitely the type of deck that runs Brotherhood's End and stuff. It wouldn't have hit the Saradoc Master of Buckland. It would have hit everything else, then we would have dropped Samwise and brought back Peregrin Took to our hand. That's pretty sick, guys. It really is. That played out pretty well. I think that there could have been better draws on our end, honestly. So, yeah, maybe there's something here behind the Hobbits, huh? Let's keep on rolling, man. Because you never know how long it's going to take to actually find an Alchemy game. That was crazy. That was like right away. There we go. Look at this, guys. What's up, man? Everybody playing Alchemy right now? I'll tell you what, I know Lord of the Rings convinced me. Very possible that it convinced a lot of others to try out Alchemy. Good hand, right? Insane hand. Wait, where do we start? Probably Samwise Gamgee. Farmland, Plaza. Right? Yes. Samwise Gamgee's the first play. Look at all these hobbits, man. We can see our construct now. That would be a really good turn 3. Ooh, Innkeeper. That's pretty good too, man. Now I'm gonna stick with Samwise Gamgee here. Innkeeper into like Frodo Baggins or Brandybuck swing with Samwise. They have 2 open, so we have to anticipate a counter spell, I guess. Innkeeper number 2's not bad. Okay, it lands. Treasure token, food token. And this probably... Yes, I'm gonna go for the swing. I hope it lands. I guess it's not too bad if it doesn't, right? Food token, gain 1 life. And then we're gonna get another food token from the swing. A lot of food, man. A lot of food. And then, now what do we need? We need our Rosie to hit the board. Oh, Divine Purge. Right on time for the opponent. Well, the good news is we still got a ton of stuff to do. I might just play the Samwise for 4, though. Playing these out isn't a bad idea, because it helps you try to keep up pace. Playing a couple things over here isn't bad either, though. Alright, we're gonna go Prosperous Innkeeper into Frodo. Getting a couple cards is probably better than 1 right now. And Frodo, you can be the ring bearer, buddy. There you go. So right now, ring bearer is legendary, first of all. So if we wanted like our Innkeeper to be legendary, we could have done that. And it can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. And then what's cool about Frodo is as long as Frodo's your ring bearer, it must be blocked. So that's pretty neat. So first of all, the ring bearer can't be blocked by the Oracle for now. Overgrown Farmland isn't terrible. Samwise can bring the Innkeeper back to hand after they block there. So we get a swing. If we get this down first, then we'll get an extra food token. Then Samwise can still hit this board and bring Innkeeper back to our hand. If they even block, they might just take the extra one, because it's not like these are doing a lot of damage right now or anything. Oh, Fragment Reality. This is gross, guys. This is just Oracle control. Oh, we hit a Stalwart. Okay, sure, man. I'll take it. You guys think they'll block? Probably not. I think we can cheese the one through. Okay, they end up blocking. And then we'll just bring it back with Samwise, and it has to be this turn. Auto pay. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to get there, but choose a creature to be the ring bearer. When the ring bearer attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. You know what? Citanul Stalwart, you can be the ring bearer. That way, everything on my board is legendary. That's pretty cool. They swing with Oracle, sure. Get that scry. Yeah, Divine Purge absolutely obliterated this board. Hopefully we don't see too much Divine Purge today while we're playing. I like all the extra food tokens and everything, but we're not seeing the cards that work with the tokens. Oh my goodness, guys. Divine Purge number 2 is devastating. Well, Samwise, we'll get more food tokens here. That is devastating, dude. I mean, at least we can eventually play them out, but we gotta keep our eye on when to concede here, because this game could take forever, technically. Soul Partition, oh my. Poor Samwise. That's a 6-mana Samwise. Well, at least they're not gone, right? Mox Ruby, sure. They could play out their Oracle for 5. I think they're pretty safe to do so. Wow, they play their Seat of the Empire instead of keeping that as a removal. Must be feeling pretty confident. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe they're ramping into something too. I'd be feeling pretty confident if I was the opponent. The double Divine Purge after the first one was so brutal, you know what I mean? What's going on? What's going on, buddy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They'll have 2 open for like a Make Disappear, I guess. Is why they would play the Seat. Okay, Oracle shuffles everything back in. Or shuffles the Power 9 into the deck. Okay. Delighted Halfling. Nice. Okay, 6-mana Samwise. Or, hear me out. No. Wait. Yeah, we only have 7 mana. Only. Oh my. We could go... Okay, whatever. Let's do this, man. Samwise for 6. So keeping the 2 mana open, they definitely wanted to do that. Could be like another Soul Partition. Another Soul Partition. I mean, now's the time to Make Disappear for sure. If that's what it is. We don't even know if Make Disappear is played over here in Alchemy. Our poor little hobbits. They're working so hard, guys. It's really funny, actually. Hopefully the draw power on this can... well, so... We have to attack with 2 or more creatures, and they're still getting rid of a lot of our stuff, man. Wow, Djinn on Innkeeper. Oh, taps it. I see. For some reason, I thought the Djinn was going to return it to our hand. So there's some more food. They have 2 cards in hand. The 1 ring gives them protection. I think we'll still end up swinging just for the sake of drawing on the Minas Tirith here. And then we still have the Samwise. They'll come in tapped, but oh, okay. They swing anyways, so I wonder what that last card in hand is. I mean, yeah, they don't have to block, but now we can successfully swing with 2 and get that draw without worrying about, like, casting out Samwise to bring stuff back to our hand and stuff. Draw on the ring. Oh, this is good. That's a good draw. We'll still have 2 open. No, we won't. No, we won't. Man. Yeah, we will if we use this to play this. So first of all, we swing. And I know it doesn't do damage because of the ring, but we need that draw. Yeah, I was looking at this food like it was a treasure for a second. That is not a treasure by any means. Could kind of be if Stalwart was on the board still. And did they find more removal? Huzzah! We draw. Okay, construct, dude. Okay. Nice. That's what we were looking for, man. Now we just hope that third Divine Purge doesn't, or a counterspell for the construct for that matter. They do have 3 open. Could have been a, oh. Just a little bit of tempo sends it back to our hand. Okay. Land off the top wouldn't be bad. More hobbits off the top wouldn't be bad. If it's land off the top, I might go, actually, I might go Innkeeper into Construct, just to have more on the board once the Construct hits, right? Dude, this looks disgusting, though. Oh my goodness. Union of the Third Path is in here, too. Oh my goodness, opponent, why? This looks nasty. This card looks really good. This card looks like a crazy tempo piece. Alright, they get that scry. They have 4 mana open. So what are we gonna do here? We're gonna... Okay, Mock Sapphire, okay. So they have 5 mana available now. Stalwart, not bad. Just like Innkeeper for 4. Have 3 mana open, attempt Construct. And then Construct, call Halfling, full swing. We're trying, but I mean, up against a brutal control deck like this, it's going to be really tough, guys. Especially, they have 5 mana open, 2 cards we don't know about, and an answer every single turn so far, so... Reprieve. Okay. Well, at least... I guess we can still use the Delighted Halfling. At least this is in hand now. Alright, let's see if it's Reprieve number 3, or at this point just a 3 mana counterspell. It is Counterspell of Mass Orcs. Dude. That's brutal stuff, man. Same with Samwise. They take the 2, keep the 1/1, huh? Well, I hope they run out of answers soon, guys. They can cast this down for 6. Could be a 5/6 flying ward. That could be gross. I'm not sure if this is a concede match, though, guys. I really don't. There's a chance that they don't see too much for the rest of the game. I guess the scry with the Oracle, they kept that on top, huh? Using the 1 ring after the swing. So we'll be taking 3 next turn. The 1 ring drawing them so much, dude. Wow, they still have 53 cards. I guess that's because of the power 9. Oh, Rosie. Yeah, this, man. Rosie's so good. Let's see if anything lands. Technically, we still have 4 for Innkeeper, which will generate 2 tokens. Thanks to the food and everything. So we're getting double food here. Look how cool this is, man. I'm going to split these counters up. We also can play the, I guess instead of Innkeeper, we can go the Saradoc here. I guess that's fine. Either way, a 4 mana card is better. because it won't get hit by Divine Purge number 3. Because that's mana value 3 or less. Uh-oh. Counterspell time. Oh, tap down Samwise. Okay. We can actually return the construct since it's an artifact. I kind of overlooked that, honestly. They still have a chump blocker here, unfortunately, guys. Let's get Innkeeper counter. Let's put a counter on the Master of Buckland. And do we just keep spreading it out then? Or should we go another counter into that, mainly because of the Divine Purge? Oh. Yeah, never mind. I was thinking we were getting an extra token there for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but this is cool, dude. How cool is this? Just spamming out hobbits. Missed opportunity to call the deck Hobbit hole, huh? Realistically, I guess it's just the Shire though, right? Because we got all the hobbits in here. Well, not all of them, but you guys know what I mean. Yeah, easy chump block. I wonder if they have Seat of the Empire number 2. All these cards that they made cost so much over here. I don't know, guys. Do you guys think I should have gave up and just went into the next one? Or do you feel that there's a small chance? Like, if there's just one turn where we can keep a wide board state, then there might be a chance, especially now that Rosie's on the board. And we can generate a bunch of tokens between the Master of Buckland generating 1/1 hobbits, Samwise generating food, Innkeeper generates treasures. If we get Mary down... Okay, what's happening? They got the block. Man, they must have had something in their hand. They're really thinking this through. Something's going on, man. It says nothing about just sorcery speed, so we can use Samwise's ability anytime. So down to 15. See, like, the one ring dealing damage to them every turn? It just doesn't feel like a concede-worthy match, guys. They'll take 4 damage from the one ring next turn, which means if we can slip 11 through by some miracle... They have so much mana, though, guys. I don't know. Okay. Lock Sapphire number 2. Probably an extra turn here soon. One ring number 2. Yep, filter it out, get protection next turn. Oh, the one ring looks disgusting, dude. Yeah, now they don't have to take the 4, and they... Well, I guess they could keep the one that's drawing them a lot, though. No, yeah, they didn't want to take that damage. That makes more sense to me, too. Are they going to pass? They swing with Oracle. It's got to be like a... Well, if they take an extra turn, it kind of ruins the protection from the one ring for this time round, right? You get protection from everything until your next turn, so... It might not be an extra turn until next turn, then. Either way, none of our stuff does any damage. If we take the turn to, like, buff everything up, we have to anticipate board wipes again. 1, 2, 3. This is cool, man. This is really cool. I'm glad I'm playing it out just to see more of my own build, too, so... If we go Construct Hobbits... There's probably a good chance of a board wipe and a counterspell in their hand, right? Well, 2 board wipes down. This seems like it would be a Sunfall style deck, but they might not have Sunfall in here, man. Might just be heavily relying on the Divine Purge. And also gain a ton of life off of Union of the Third Path since they have so many cards in hand, too. I don't know. If they didn't have protection here, I'd be feeling pretty confident with next turn swing. I really would be. Because, like, Rosie's gonna buff this board state like crazy, man. Maybe I full swing anyways and try to draw off of the Tirith here. Maybe. Maybe. I think we start with Coalition Construct. And call Hobbits. Our halflings. Reprieve. Okay. That's not a counterspell and it's not a board wipe. I guess go for the swing draw. Play more next turn. Nah, it's Construct again. That was Reprieve number 3, so I guess they could have the 4th one in hand. Okay, Halfling. This is Perpetual, too. This is crazy, man. Food token. Rosie buff and everything. Oh, I should have used the Delighted Halfling. That's my bad, guys. Be careful with that for sure. And let's go another one into... I guess we'll go... Construct this time. I should spread it out at least a little bit, right? Look at that board state, man. How cool. And I guess we'll keep Who Endures back. This has Indestructible, right? I don't exactly know what this could hit, but you never know. And this is active, right? You gain protection from everything until the end of your next turn. Yeah. You can still full swing for fun, but since they have white in here, a Wandering Emperor could easily hit, man. Also, I know these longer games annoy some people, so always feel free to skip ahead to the next game. Or if this is the last game of the evening, skip ahead to the final thoughts as well. They go for the Djinn's ability here. What's the end goal here for the Djinn? Conjure a card into your library, 7th from the top. Then you may exile 2 other cards named Djinn from your graveyard when you do return. Battlefield tapped. Okay. So they tapped this down. I feel like I should just like swing with this just for like a little poke. I don't know, there's something about like the ring's protection that makes me feel like I should attack anyways. It's completely worthless, but it's fine. Yeah, all right. Let's see the board wipe opponent. Let's see it, buddy. Yeah, we're 37 minutes in, so if the opponent board wipes, then I will go ahead and concede and hop into one more game real quick. But if they don't board wipe, huh? Then we might win. So we'll partition the ring. Recast the ring, get more protection. Crap. I mean, that's not a board wipe though. The protection is super annoying. How do we want to do this? Cool deck opponent, by the way. Looks insane, man. It looks insane. I bet this is the longest game you've played because everyone else concedes. Okay, protection again. Look, I gotta be real with you guys, man. It's not a board wipe. I gotta stick this out. We've come back from crazier things, so you never know. Even though they have so much mana, and they still have 43 cards in their deck too. Frodo. Okay. Do we just go crazy wide, or just go for a swing draw more? We can swing with our 2/2s, right? We don't want to swing with anything big because Wandering Emperor exists. So swing with our 2/2s, draw off of the Tirith, and see what we see. Opponent holding us up here a little bit, unfortunately. They activate ring. There. Again, Union of the Third Path might be a 4-of in this build. They probably have way too much to do in their hand. Like, way too many options, you know what I mean? But look at how well we were able to keep up pace with cards and stuff. It's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. draw with this. We can always use Delighted Halfling to play like the Frodo and stuff too, so. Okay, I'll draw. Right now. Yeah, keeping cards in our hand is like super important. And if by some miracle they don't find a board wipe, there's like a small sliver of hope. There really is. Alright, we're gonna go for the Innkeeper, the 4-mana Innkeeper here. Keep the Samwise open too. It's just gonna be Innkeeper buff this board. Because it's the same concept. We could keep Samwise open for 4. It has the flash or whatever. They have a Mass Orcs. They counter the Innkeeper. Huh. The counter on that. Guys, I'm telling you what, man, they actually might not have that board wipe, but maybe they don't need it, because they've only had 2 rings so far, but they've played it 3 times because of the soul partition and everything. Okay, alright, 1 more soul partition or 1 more ring, I guess I will concede as well. Then again, 41 minutes in, I guess this is the last game, guys. I'm sorry. A lot of you guys have expressed that you enjoy the longer games too, though, so you never know. Maybe sticking this one out, maybe we'll get that victory. Still waiting for that take a second turn, though, too. We're still waiting for that. We're seeing a lot of cool things coming out of our deck, too. Like the overall power level of actually getting some halflings onto the board is insane. Innkeeper, as usual, is just pretty incredible, man. I think this could have been a completely different game if they didn't see this second Divine Purge. What do you guys think? I think so. I think that second Divine Purge set the course for them to just keep on rolling. Whereas if they didn't see it, there would have been a chance, I think. There's a solid amount of power packed in. Might want to talk about 2 of these Master of Bucklands too, but we only have 22 land. So 4 mana on the top end. I guess we could fit an extra one here. Opponent, are you gonna wipe the board, buddy? Are you scared of my board? What's going on here, man? They must have so much to do. Let's see. Fragment reality, okay. Random creature card, lesser mana value. Okay. Well, that does suck, but... Oh, Peregrin Took. That's good. That's excellent, man. Where do we want to put these counters? Spread them out, probably. Spread them out like that for now. We're going to get extra. Wait. Can I see the Peregrin here? 1 or more tokens would be created under your control. So we should have gotten 2 food tokens, right? Oh yeah, so 2 Rosie things. They're tapping Rosie down on their turn. So it's gotta be... What's going on, man? My head hurts. Maybe they ran out of stuff to do, man. Maybe. They get Jin tapped on the board. So it's not a board wipe, guys. There's like a small chance. It's a really small chance, but we could see the sheriff off the top to remove the orc army too. Come on. All right, the counters are hitting. Innkeeper gains us back up to 18. We still have these over here too, don't forget. Opponent. What on earth? What on earth? Why was it the last thing you did, man? Did he just now draw that? Oh my goodness, guys. GG, the 3rd Divine Purge. We knew it was gonna happen eventually. That's brutal, man. They can successfully play out as much as they want here too. I'm just going to go ahead and see what's on top. Unfortunately, we're 44 minutes in, guys, so we're not going to be getting into another game. So we're just hopping right into the final thoughts after this anyways. So let's see what's on top here and go from there. That's really, really brutal, though. Oh, geez. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But like I said, we did get to see our deck do a lot of really neat things. Like, a lot of really neat things there. Okay, the Shire. Construct. Like, we have a lot of stuff that we can... We can still, like, play stuff out, but this is the opponent's, man. I can't imagine coming back after that. Samwise is 6 mana. So Rosie. I guess Peregrin Took. 3 mana. That's 5 mana, dude. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is not how... This is not how to win a game. Delighted Halfling. So if we would have went Samwise, so they have 7 in the air. I'm curious to see if they actually just end up wrapping this up, but if they take too long to attack in here, 46 minutes in, no, never mind, guys. I'm not gonna play it out. Good game, opponent. They definitely deserve the tears for the 3 Divine Purge, man. Give it to them. Well, I would have loved to play more games with this deck, guys. I should have conceded earlier, I know. It's one of those things, man. I like to stick out those matches, and sometimes it works out, and sometimes those are like the most memorable games ever. And so, since it doesn't matter too much, like, I don't know. It was nice to stick it out, just in case. You never knew. Or you never know. Here's the deck list again, guys. Master of Buckland is pretty cool. I think this card's sweet, actually. I like how it plays off of the Peregrin Took. You get some extra food and stuff. I love that it plays around Rosie Cotton, too. I could see dropping this Gardner and going up a second Master, but I also like the one-of split since they're both legendaries, too. Samwise Gamgee is pretty gross, man. I could see 3 of these easily. Easily. What would I drop for the third? Probably one of the Stouthearted. Drop down to 1 Samwise Stouthearted and go up 1 Samwise Gamgee. I could also see dropping down to 2 Frodo Bane, going up the 4th Delighted Halfling, and actually keeping the 2 Many Partings, because I think that extra food token is going to be insane. How it pairs with the Took and the Rosie Cotton is going to be absolutely incredible, right? Just grabbing a mana fixing is great too, right? So, yeah. Frodo Bane, if there's like a better 1-drop halfling that you can think of, I guess you could trade that out too, because we're not really looking at the bottom ability at all, but honestly the top ability, the double white, isn't too hard to pay either, so the extra lifelink could go a long way, so maybe it's still worth it. That's what I would end up doing though. Like I said, I don't have the 4th Delighted Halfling, so I would drop 1 Frodo, go up the 4th Delighted Halfling. I would drop 1 Samwise the Stouthearted, go up a 3rd Samwise Gamgee. And honestly, the deck is looking solid, man. I like it. And I love how Samwise was able to grab the Coalition construct back from the grave too. That's really cool. Didn't get to see the Mithril Coat do anything this game. There's so much exile removal. My goodness, if you keep running into that, then Mithril Coat needs cut for sure. Maybe go up a 3rd construct. Don't have one of those either. I don't have a lot of the stuff in Alchemy, although I did crack some packs for the Lord of the Rings stuff. Yeah, Rosie's really good, man. Once you get that board state established and you just start generating those tokens from literally everything in the deck, including like Innkeeper and stuff, then all of a sudden everything's super buffed because you're just plugging counters and everything. It's just really cool, man. And then buffing a wide board state with Construct. I could see dropping down to 1 Meriadoc Brandybuck, right? And maybe going up some kind of utility. Something. I don't exactly know what kind of utility, but something. Maybe a 23rd land? No, 23's definite, or 22's definitely good enough for this curve, right? Maybe not. I could see 23 maybe. We got ramp on Innkeeper and Halfling though. No, yeah, 22. So it depends. It really depends. Overall, I think this version of the deck would totally work as well. We really don't know what we're seeing in Alchemy, so you know, I always recommend not crafting anything for the first couple weeks of a set because you don't know where the meta is going to land. And if the meta lands anywhere around that control list, that's just super scary, dude, because Divine Purge comes down way too soon. It comes down way too soon and just ruins your board state really early. Because if you went first and it's your turn 3 and you got a bunch of hobbits down, then it's their turn 3. They untap Divine Purge and they're just like right back in the game instantly. And then they just control the board state for the rest of the game. So I don't know, man. It depends how much Divine Purge you're seeing too. But other than that, I think this is a solid little fun one, huh? It's definitely fun to slam some hobbits through. Either way, guys, hey, if you made it this far into the video, then for real, y'all are champions. I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one.